Shalom and welcome to this week's Hebrew class. My name is Tom Howling. Today we will cover Yehuchanan, or in modern Hebrew, Yochanan, and in English, John chapter 6, and we will cover verses 33 to 37. So let us begin. And first, I like to always give you the resources which are very useful. This one gives you transliteration, translation, even color coding. And this one also is the dictionary, which will help so much to sort out the root words. And I've given you a chart of the vowels and how to use them. So let us begin. Now we're in 33. It's represented with Lamed, which has a value of 30, and a Gimel being the third letter of the alphabet, and therefore its value is 3. And so we go through the letters. Kaf, Yod, Lamed, Chet, Mem Sofit, that means Mem at the end of a word. Aleph, Lamed, Hey, Yod, Mem Sofit, Hey, Vav, Aleph. Now the Aleph is silent, so I've put it in white. Then we have Hey, Yod, Vav, Resh, Dalet, Mem, Nun Sofit, which is nun at the end of a word, remembering the different letters have different forms at the end of a word. Then we have Hey, Shin, Mem, Yod, Mem Sofit. And now we can read it. Ki, for, lechem, the bread. And I've added of, Elohim, who it is, because it's talking about bread, but it could also be used as he is. Ha, your red. The one coming down. The reason I've used coming down is because it's like a participle form. It has its root in yarad, which is a kal verb to go down, to descend. And the Greek form is G2597. It means come down. And then we have min, from, ha, shamayim, the heavens. For the bread of heaven is what comes down from the heavens. And so we can read. Ki lechem Elohim hu ha yored min ha shamayim. And the translation. For the bread of Elohim, it is the one coming down from the heavens. And now we turn to part B, and we have a Vav, a Nun, Tav, Nun Sofit. Chet, Yod, Yod, Mem Sofit. Lamed, Ayin, Vav, Lamed, Mem Sofit. And then we read, Ve no tain. And giving. Now I've used it as giving because with the cholam, it more or less tells us its participle form. And giving, chayim, which is life. If we look down here, we got chay, which is an adjective, means alive, living, existing. But when it's chayim, it's a masculine noun meaning life or existence. So you could say in giving existence or life, la'olam, to the world. So the translation comes down from the heavens and gives life to the world. So now we can read that. Vet notain chayim la'olam, and giving life to the world. And so now we come to 34. It's represented with Lamed, 30 again, and Dalet, 4. And then we look through the letters. Vav, Yod, Aleph, Mem, Resh, Vav, Aleph, Lamed, Yod, Vav, Aleph, Dalet, Nun, Yod, Tav, Nun, He, Lamed, Nun, Vav, Tav, Mem, Yod, and Dalet. So let's read it. Va Yom Ru. And they said, Eliav, unto him, Adoni, my master, seeing the ni at the end meaning my, te na, la nu, give Tana, comes from Natan, so it means give, to give. Lanu, to us. Tamid. Tamid means always. If we look down here, Natan, which is your root up there, it's a kol verb to give, to permit. And then we got tamid. It's an adjective that means constantly, forever, or always. Interestingly, it's a biblical masculine noun for the daily offering as well. So now we can read that. Vayom ru Elev Adoni Tena Lanu Tamid. And they said unto him, my master, give to us always. And now we come to 34b. We have an aleph, a tav, a hey, a lamed, a chet, a mem safit. Hey, Zion, hey. And it is et ha lechem, meaning grammar marker, the et, the bread. Ha ze, this. Always give this bread. And so we read it. Et ha lechem hazeh. Grammar mark of the bread, this. And now we turn to 35, and we see it's represented with lamed, 30, and a hey, 5, being the fifth letter of the alphabet. Then we go through the letters. Vav yod aleph mem resh lamed hey mem sofit yod hey vav shin ayin aleph nun kaf yod hey vav aleph lamed chet mem sofit, and we read it. Va yomer, and he said, because there's no pronoun on it, we know it's a he. And he said, la hem, to them. The hem, therefore, is them. And now who said it? Yahushua, or Yahusha. Anoki, I am who? He. Lechem, the bread of. See, now he's telling, you could also say, I am it, the bread of. But I guess you could say, I am he as well, the bread of. So Yeshua said to them, I am the bread. So he's identifying with the bread. And now we can read it. Vayomer lahem Yahushua anoki hu lechem. And he said unto them, Yahusha, I am he, or it, the bread of. So often who is normally he, but if it's a item, it can be it. And because it's bread, we could insert it, but because Yeshua was actually identifying with the bread, you could also say, I am he, the bread of. And so we have 35b. And we have a hey, chet, yod, yod, mem safit, kaf, lamed, hey, bayet, aleph, aleph, lamed, yod, aleph, yod, resh, ayin, vayet, vav, hey, mem, aleph, mem, yod, nun safit. And we read it. Ha, chayim, meaning life, or the life. Kol, all. Now it's got here kol, but it's normally taken as a O sound because it's a closed syllable, meaning, and often the first. So we could say kol haba, all the ones who come. And you could say all the ones coming, or the ones who come. Elay, unto me, lo not, year of, he shall hunger. I'm using just he. You could just say shall hunger, not shall hunger, or not he shall hunger. Because often when there's no pronoun, we insert he or it. The ha-ma-a-min, and the one believing, because there's a mem in there, we can also think of it as a participle form, the one believing. And in this one, we can see it's an imperfect form because it's got a yod in front of it. So we have ra'av, which is a kol verb meaning to starve, to be hungry, or ra'av, and we can see the valve is slightly different. It's a masculine noun. It means hunger or famine. And then the root of believe is he'amin. It's a verb to believe in. So the bread of life. Anyone who comes to me shall not hunger, and the one who believes. That's how it's translated. So now let's read it. Ha-chayim kol haba elai lo year of ve'ha-ma'amin. Life. All the ones who come to me, not he shall hunger, and the one believing. And so we turn to 35c, which is a bayit, yod, lamed aleph, yod zade mem aleph, ayin vav dalet. And we have be, meaning in me. The chirik and the yod meaning me. In me, because the bet means in. Lo, not. Yitzma, shall thirst. Again, it's an imperfect form because the yod, so you could almost say he shall thirst, not he shall thirst, because it's an imperfect form. Od, meaning more or still. So I've given you down here sameh. Sameh, it's a kol verb to thirst. It can also mean to yearn for. And then we've also got sama, which is a masculine noun meaning thirst or yearning. And then I've given you also od, which as an adjective it means more, another, still, again. So any of those you could use. So who believes in me shall not thirst again. That's how it's translated. And then we read, Be, lo, yitzma, od. In me not shall thirst more or still. And then we come to 36, and we have a lamed, 30, vav, 6. And we go, vav, aleph, nun, yod, hey, nun, hey, aleph, mem, resh, tav, yod, lamed, kaf, mem, sofit, kaf, yod, gimel, mem, sofit, chet, zayin, yod, tav, mem, sofit. And we read it, va'ani, and I, hine, behold, amarti, I say, lakem, to you, with kem being you, more like the plural form, ki that, gum also, chazitem, also you watched. Again, the tem is like you, gum is also, so we're looking at the root of that, which is chazah, which is a kol verb to watch, to look at, to anticipate. So we've got you watched, also you watched. So behold, I've said to you that you have even seen. Seen or watched, right? And so now we can read that without any help. Va'ani, hine, amarti, lakem, ki, gam, chazitem. And I, behold, I say to you that also you watched. And so we now come to part B. We have an Aleph, a Tav, a Yod, a Vav, a Lamed, Aleph, Tav, Aleph, Mem, Yod, Nun, Vav. And we read it. O-T, me. It means you have even seen me or watched me. Below and not, ta-a-mi-nu. You shall believe. It's second person because we've got a tav in the front, which then makes this telling us it's second person. So you shall believe. So the tav is also in imperfect form. It means shall as well. So you have even seen me, but you shall not believe. So we read it. O-T, velo, ta-a-mi-nu. And remembering that the root of that is amin, right? So the nu is not part of the pronoun on the end, just so you don't get confused. Because nu can also often mean us or we, but it doesn't here. Me, and not you shall believe. So we turn to 37a, which is Lamed, 30, Zion 7. And then we have a Kaf, Lamed, Aleph, Shin, Resh, Yod, Tav, Nun, Nun, Vav, Lamed, Yod, Aleph, Vayet, Yod, Yod, Vayet, Vav, Aleph, Aleph, Lamed, Yod. And let's read it. Kol. The Cholam makes it Kol, meaning any, or it can mean all, but in this case we'll use any. If we look down here, we've got kol as a noun. It means all, every, any, whole, entire. So any, share that, ye, tene, nu, li. So he, because there's, he shall give him. Right? So it's second person, which could be also like, it's an imperfect form. Well, it's a completed form. Because, well, hang on. Because there's a tav there. The root, because there's the geshen there, is also telling us that it comes from Natan. So because it comes from Natan, it's an imperfect form. And Natan means to give. And then the nu, because there's a dagesh in there, so if we look down the bottom, it helps us understand that. In the above for yitenenu, the last nun has a dagesh, which changes the pronoun to a single form, therefore him or it. So therefore it becomes he shall give him. And then li, meaning to me. Avi, meaning my father. Yavo, he shall come. Ele, to me, or unto me. So all those that my father gives to me shall come to me. And so let us read that now. Kol asher yitenenu li avi yavo elai. Any that he shall give him to me, and who, my father, he shall come to me. And so we come to 37b. We have a Vav, He, Bayet, Aleph, Aleph, Lamed, Yod, Lamed, Aleph, Aleph, He, Dalet, Fe, Nun, Vav, He, Chet, Vav, Zare, He. Ve-ha-ba. And the one who comes, Elai, unto me, lo not, da fe nu. I, the Aleph is I, shall thrust him. Again, the ending, according to the grammar rule we just heard about, with the nun, with the dagesh in it, it means it's a singular. So it means him. And the root is ha-daf. So if we look here, ha-daf is the root. It's a kal verb to shove, to push, to thrust, or to hold back. I shall thrust him ha-chutza, meaning to the outside, with the hay being like a directional hay because the root is chutz, masculine noun meaning outside or out. And then I've also given you chutz, same sort of root. As an adjective, it means apart from, except for, other than, or it's probably other than. Prefix, it can be also used as a prefix meaning extra, as in extraterrestrial or extraterritorial, meaning outside a country's territory. Right, so the translation is shall come to me, and the one who comes to me I shall not shove out. In other words, cast out. Right, so we read it. V'haba elai lo edafenu ha-chutza. And the one who comes unto me, not I shall thrust him to the outside. Which basically means to push him out, right? So now we turn to our revision. So we can see we've got Lamed 30, Gimel 3, we're in 33. Ki for lechem, the bread of Elohim, who it is ha-yored, the one coming down, min from hashamayim, the heavens. For the bread of Elohim is, and that could be it is or he is, the one coming down from the heavens. That no ten and giving chayim, life, la'olam, to the world, and giving life to the world. Now, Lamed 30, Dalet 3, we're 4, sorry. We're in 34. Va'yomru, and they said, Elev, unto him, Adoni, my master, te na lanu, which is give lanu to us, tamid, always. And they said unto him, my master, give to us always. And so we come to part B of 34, and we get et grammar marker, ha lechem, the bread, hazeh, this. Grammar marker, the bread, this. And then we have Lamed 30, hey, 5. We're in 35. Va-yomer, and he said, lahem, to them, and who? Yeshua, Anoki, I am who? He, and it could be it, lechem, the bread. And he said unto them, Yahushua, I am he, the bread of. Now I've added of there. And then we have ha-chayim, meaning life. Kol, all, haba, the ones coming. Eli, unto me. Lo, not, yirav, he shall hunger. The ha-ma'amin, and the one believing. Life, All the ones coming unto me, not he shall hunger, and the one believing be in me, lo not, yitzma he shall thirst, odd, more or still, or even again. In me not he shall thirst more or still. And then we have Lamed 30, Vav 6. We're in 36. Va'ani, and I, hine, behold, amarti, I said, la kem, to you, ki, that, gam, also, chazitem, which means also you watched, you observed. And I, behold, I say to you that also you watched. Oti, me, velo, and not ta'aminu, you shall believe. Me, and not you shall believe. And now we have Lamed 30, Zion 7. We're in 37. Kol, all asher that ye today knew, li, which is shall give him, li to me, Avi my father, it's the one giving, Yavo he shall come, Eli unto me. Any that he shall give him to me, my Father, he shall come unto me. Also remembering that when it uses the term he, it's not so much referring to the masculine, it's rather just referring to the one, which could be masculine or feminine. And then we read here, the haba, and the one coming, Elave unto me, lo not a da fe nu. I shall thrust or cast out him. Nu is him. Ha chutza, to the outside. And the one who comes unto me, not I shall thrust him to the outside. And so finally we also come to our vowel marks, and we have a kamatz, remembering that kamatz gives us like a longer A sound, and patak is more like a shorter A sound. Then we have zere, a longer E, segol, shorter E, shava, which breaks up the word into syllables, cholam, that's the O sound, shuruk, that's a short U, and kubutz is a longer U. Then we have a combination, shavar and segol, called a kataf segol. Then we have chirik, that's the I sound. Then we have a combination again of shavar and patak, called a kataf, patak. And then we have shavar and a kamatz, it's called a kataf, kamatz. And finally, we also have our chart, and again the resources for just to encourage you to use them. They're so useful. And let us go through some random values. Resh is 200, Fe is 80, Tet is 9, Kaf is 20, Samek is 60, Kuf is 100, Mem is 40, Zion is 7, Gimel 3, Lamed 30, Vayet 2. So I'm just giving you at random so that we get used to the letters and their values, because that helps us a lot if we want to delve into gematria, or if we just want to be able to know what verse we're actually reading. And we have to learn that, their values. So I want to wish you a Shavua Tov, a good week, and may you be blessed in Yahusha or Yeshua, our Messiah and our King. Amen.